In the heart of the Middle East, the Euphrates River, winding through Turkey, Syria, and Iraq, has long been a lifeline for civilizations. Yet today, it faces a grave challenge as its waters steadily diminish. What forces are driving this vital river to dry up? As the river recedes, hidden secrets of ancient times resurface, revealing more than we could have imagined. Among these revelations, Joe Rogan talks about the recent sealing of a cave under the Euphrates River, which has captured global attention. Join us as we explore a most amazing discovery amidst the mysteries that the Euphrates continues to reveal. The Euphrates River mystery unfolds. The Euphrates River, originating in Turkey and flowing through Syria and Iraq, is a crucial water supply and a bearer of historical secrets. Recently, a significant issue has emerged with the river. The water levels are dropping daily. This reduction in water has led to the exposure of previously submerged sites and artifacts, providing new insights into ancient civilizations but also raising concerns about environmental and cultural impacts. Experts are struggling with determining the primary causes behind the Euphrates' diminishing water levels. Several factors contribute to this phenomenon. Climate change, with its increased temperatures and reduced rainfall, is a leading suspect as it affects water availability across the region. Moreover, extensive dam construction and water extraction for agriculture in Turkey, Syria, and Iraq have dramatically altered the river's flow and volume, further compounding the reduction in water levels. As the river recedes, it reveals more than just dry riverbeds. Archaeologists and historians are discovering a range of artifacts and ruins that were once underwater. These include ancient settlements and ceremonial sites that provide unprecedented insights into the lives and cultures of historical populations that once thrived along the Euphrates. In fact, Joe Rogan has revealed that a cave under Euphrates River has just been sealed up because of some mysterious find. The receding waters also bring to light the strategic and economic significance of the Euphrates throughout history. It has been a vital resource for irrigation, supporting agriculture, and thus the sustenance of large communities and entire civilizations. The river's role in trade and as a transportation route has also been crucial, connecting various ancient cities and regions. Currently, the rapid decrease in water levels is exposing these historical treasures, but it is also posing serious challenges. The drop in water supply threatens modern agriculture, urban water supplies, and the ecological balance of the region. This impacts the current populations living along its banks and risks the loss of ancient relics before they can be studied or preserved. The urgency to understand and mitigate the effects of the Euphrates drying is a pressing concern for both scientists and policymakers. They are tasked with balancing water resource management and the preservation of the river's cultural heritage, making the Euphrates River a focal point of international environmental and archaeological efforts. From the declining water levels to the depths of the Euphrates, what secrets do the newly exposed caves hold? Terrifying discoveries in the cave. The cave beneath the Euphrates River has drawn significant attention for its sudden appearance and its chilling sounds and unique structural features. These newly exposed caverns are different from typical caves. Their formations are oddly reminiscent of prison bars, suggesting they were designed with the purpose of confinement. The nature of these structures raises questions about whether they were naturally formed or perhaps shaped by ancient human hands for specific uses. Inside these caves, visitors and researchers have reported hearing a variety of eerie sounds that resonate from within their walls. These noises are not random echoes. They have been described as groans and growls, likened to sounds of agony and suffering that, according to some accounts, could make your skin crawl. Additionally, there are reports of sounds resembling moving chains. The source of these noises remains unidentified, fueling speculation and fear about their origin. These auditory phenomena have prompted some to connect the sounds to supernatural or biblical interpretations. Various religious groups have suggested that these could be the manifestations of prophecies, adding a layer of mythological significance to the discoveries. The interpretations suggest that the cave might be a site of ancient or divine punishment, hinted by the resemblance of the cave structures to bars meant to hold captives. Local myths and religious beliefs often enhance the mystique of archaeological sites, and this cave under the Euphrates is no exception. The combination of its physical characteristics and the haunting sounds heard from within have led to many theories about what the cave might have been used for in the past. These range from a natural sanctuary that turned into a place of torment, possibly used for religious or punitive purposes, to a gateway to something otherworldly or ominous. The unsettling atmosphere of the cave, combined with the mysterious and terrifying sounds, have significantly impacted the local perception of the site. The cave has quickly become a focal point of intrigue and fear, drawing attention from both the scientific community and the general public eager to understand more about this unusual and disturbing phenomenon. As the investigation into the cave's origins and the nature of the sounds continues, the site remains a potent mix of historical, cultural, and supernatural interest, challenging those who dare to unravel its secrets. Exploring these myths makes us wonder just how the ancient narratives could intertwine with so many archaeological findings. Tomb of King Gilgamesh, one of the most captivating discoveries surfaced from the lowering water levels of the Euphrates River, is what some believe to be the tomb of King Gilgamesh. Known from the ancient Mesopotamian epic that bears his name, Gilgamesh was described as a giant, a formidable figure of ancient mythology, whose adventures are among the earliest literary works in human history. The epic, which predates even Homer's famous works, depicts Gilgamesh's reign over Uruk, modern-day Iraq, and his profound journey of self-discovery following the death of his friend Enkidu. The recent discovery was made by a team of German archaeologists led by Jörg Fassbender. They unearthed a tomb containing the remains of individuals who were considerably larger than the typical human, with initial tests suggesting their significant antiquity. This finding led to a wave of excitement and speculation that one of these might indeed be the resting place of Gilgamesh, as the tomb aligns with descriptions found within the epic. The tomb's discovery has reignited discussions about the historical basis of the Gilgamesh legend. Previously considered by many to be purely mythological, the presence of this tomb suggests the possibility that Gilgamesh could have been a real historical figure, or at least inspired by one. This has profound implications for our understanding of history and mythology. Moreover, the artifacts and skeletal remains found within the tomb are currently undergoing further analysis to provide more insights into their origins and the lives of those buried there. The archaeologists have sent these remains for carbon dating and other tests to establish a clearer timeline and possibly connect them directly to the era in which Gilgamesh is said to have lived. The tomb itself, located beneath the waters of the Euphrates, adds another layer of intrigue. Its discovery during a period of severe drought and receding water levels might seem fortuitous but has also led to concerns about the preservation of such sites. The fluctuating climate and environmental conditions pose a risk to these submerged archaeological treasures, making their study and conservation a race against time. The exploration of this tomb continues to unfold, holding the promise of new revelations about our collective past. But how do the current findings align with historical prophecies? Prophecies and archaeological discoveries. The drying of the Euphrates River has revealed more than just archaeological wonders. It has also stirred significant interest in ancient prophecies from both Islamic and Christian traditions, which predict dramatic events linked to the river's fate. As the water levels recede, these prophecies and their implications are gaining renewed attention, providing a fascinating intersection of faith, history, and science. In Islamic tradition, prophecies speak of the Euphrates uncovering a mountain of gold that will cause immense conflict and strife. This prophecy is sourced from hadiths, teachings attributed to the Prophet Muhammad, which have been passed down through generations. The discovery of any significant treasure beneath the Euphrates could lead to international tensions, given the value and power such wealth represents. Scholars and religious leaders alike watch closely as the riverbed reveals more, pondering the implications of such a find and its alignment with prophetic words. Christianity also holds prophecies concerning the Euphrates, most notably in the Book of Revelation. According to these texts, the river's drying will precede apocalyptic events, including the emergence of 4 angels bound at the river who are destined to kill a third of mankind. The current rapid drying of the river has brought these prophecies into discussions, with some viewing these events as symbolic or literal precursors to end-time scenarios described in biblical texts. These religious interpretations add layers of meaning to the environmental and geopolitical issues associated with the Euphrates. The river, integral to the birth of ancient civilizations and once a lifeline to millions, is now a focal point in a narrative that combines ancient scriptures with contemporary environmental changes. As archaeological teams continue to explore and unearth relics from beneath the riverbed, the global community remains alert to the potential fulfillment of these prophecies. And the topic made its way to Joe Rogan's podcast, too. Joe Rogan's discussion on the ancient civilizations, Rogan and Cat Williams brought fascinating insights into ancient civilizations. They discussed how ancient ruins globally are primarily temples and synagogues, not educational institutions like universities. Rogan and Williams highlighted that these ancient sites were centers of advanced learning where people learned practical skills such as art and agriculture, as reflected by the many architectural marvels of that time. Rogan and Williams jumped right into the astonishingly accurate ancient knowledge of the universe. They explored the Younger Dryas impact theory, suggesting that periodic comet storms might have reset civilization's progress, compelling a renaissance of human development. This theory proposes that events around 11,800 years ago led to a reconstruction of civilization, which could explain the sudden sprouting of advanced structures like the pyramids. The dialogue also tackled the construction of the pyramids, dispelling the myth of primitive building techniques and slave labor. They proposed that the pyramids were built by skilled laborers who were well-fed and well-cared for, contrary to the popular belief of slave-driven construction. They also speculated on the use of advanced machinery, which ancient texts and physical evidence might support, indicating a higher technological capability than typically acknowledged. This conversation between Rogan and Williams shed light on the mysteries of ancient engineering and astronomical knowledge and connected these ancient achievements to the broader narrative of human civilization, which might have been more advanced than we are led to believe. And there are many deeper roles the Euphrates River played throughout history and culture that are left to be explored. Historical and cultural impact of the Euphrates. The Euphrates River, one of the longest rivers in Western Asia, has been a crucial source of water and has also played a pivotal role in the development of civilizations that have flourished along its banks. Its historical and cultural impact is profound, shaping the region's destinies. Historically, the Euphrates was one of the twin lifelines, along with the Tigris, of the fertile Mesopotamian plain, which is often called the cradle of civilization. This region saw the rise of some of the first urban centers in the ancient world, including the renowned cities of Babylon and Uruk. The river's provision of both water and fertile soil allowed for intensive agriculture, which supported the development of these early cities and the complex societies within them. The river also facilitated trade and communication between different cultures and empires. By providing a natural route for navigation, the Euphrates enabled the exchange of goods, ideas, and innovations. This exchange helped to nurture cultural connections between disparate groups, fusing civilizations and creating a diverse cultural heritage along its length. In modern times, the river continues to be a vital resource but also a source of contention due to its strategic importance and the necessity of its waters for agriculture and survival. The damming of the Euphrates in several places has led to significant geopolitical debates and conflicts over water rights, affecting relations between countries like Turkey, Syria, and Iraq. The current environmental challenges the Euphrates face, such as reduced water flow and pollution, threaten the ecological balance and the cultural heritage sites along its shores. These changes impact the communities that depend on the river and risk the loss of historical sites crucial to our understanding of human history. With the Euphrates shaping civilizations, other remarkable discoveries have surfaced about the ancient Matani Empire, as well. Discoveries in the Matani Empire, the receding waters of the Euphrates have uncovered numerous archaeological treasures, among which are the remnants of the ancient Matani Empire. This empire, flourishing between 1500 and 1300 BCE, once spanned across parts of modern-day Syria and northern Iraq. The discoveries made in the exposed areas provide a window into this lesser-known but historically significant empire. A pivotal find came during Iraq's worst drought in decades, which led authorities to drain part of the Mosul Dam reservoir. This action unintentionally exposed a major center of the Matani Empire, revealing structures and artifacts that had been submerged for centuries. The site, briefly glimpsed during a previous drought in 2018, was extensively explored this time, providing archaeologists and historians with valuable insights into the Matani's sophisticated society. The architecture of the site included grand buildings and elaborate city planning indicative of a highly developed civilization. Among the findings were artifacts that suggest the Matani were advanced in arts and crafts, which played a significant role in their daily life and religious practices. These artifacts include ceramic vessels, metal tools, and decorative items used in trade and ceremonial contexts. The strategic location of the Matani Empire along the Euphrates enabled it to become a powerful trading hub. The river facilitated trade routes and supported agriculture, which was the backbone of the Matani economy. The empire's agricultural skill was supported by an intricate irrigation system that utilized the river, further highlighting the importance of the Euphrates in sustaining complex societies. The decline of the Matani Empire came as it faced pressures from expanding neighboring empires, including the Hittites and later the Assyrians. The rediscovery of this site allows historians to piece together the events leading to the empire's decline and to understand its interactions with other powerful states of the time. In addition to structural and material discoveries, the site has provided significant inscriptions that offer insights into the governance, social structure, and even personal communications of the Matani people. These texts are invaluable for understanding the political and personal narratives that shaped the empire. Modern challenges of water management. The Euphrates River now faces significant modern hurdles in water management that affect the river itself and the millions of people who rely on it. Recent decreases in water levels are primarily attributed to human activities, including extensive dam construction and intensive water withdrawal for agricultural and urban uses. In the past decades, Turkey, Syria, and Iraq have each built numerous dams on the Euphrates to generate hydroelectric power, provide irrigation, and supply water to cities. These dams have significantly altered the flow and natural cycle of the river. While these projects have facilitated regional economic growth and provided essential services, they have also led to substantial environmental and geopolitical tensions among these nations. The reduction in water flow downstream has had dire consequences for agriculture in Syria and Iraq, where farms depend heavily on the river. This has led to crop failures, loss of livelihoods, and increased food insecurity in these regions. Moreover, the decreased flow has reduced the sediment load, which naturally fertilizes lands downstream, further degrading agricultural productivity. Additionally, the reduced water levels have exacerbated the salinity of the soil, posing a serious threat to the biodiversity of the aquatic ecosystems and reducing the quality of drinking water available to communities. The political implications are equally significant, with disputes over water rights becoming a source of tension between the countries that share this vital resource. Efforts to negotiate water-sharing agreements have been ongoing, but the lack of a comprehensive and enforceable regional water management strategy continues to pose challenges. The situation highlights the need for cooperative international policies that balance the water needs of all countries involved while protecting the ecological health of the river system. With water conflicts stirring modern tension, the ancient city of Zaku reveals a lot about the history of human resilience in the face of all challenges. The ancient city of Zaku, once submerged under the Euphrates River, has recently been revealed due to receding water levels, offering a rare glimpse into past civilizations. This city, part of the extensive Matani Empire, has drawn significant attention from archaeologists aiming to understand the social and economic framework of this ancient society. The excavation of Zaku has uncovered numerous artifacts that provide insight into daily life in the Matani period. Findings include residential structures, pottery, tools, and inscriptions. These artifacts indicate a society that was highly organized and culturally rich. Ceramic vessels and cuneiform tablets found at the site are particularly telling, offering evidence of trade, agricultural practices, and local governance. Archaeologists have noted that the layout of the city suggests advanced urban planning and architectural knowledge. The presence of well-constructed buildings and roads indicates that Zaku was a significant urban center, likely playing a crucial role in the region's trade and political networks. Additionally, the variety of artifacts discovered suggests that the city's inhabitants engaged in diverse crafts and professions, contributing to a vibrant community life. The tablets, many still intact, have provided a treasure trove of information, revealing details about the city's administration and even personal communications between its inhabitants. These documents illustrate the complexity of their society, showcasing contracts, trade records, and official correspondences. As research continues, the story of Zaku is expected to provide further insights into the ancient world, illustrating how environmental factors like river dynamics directly influence the rise and fall of civilizations. And that's not all the architectural wonders uncovered along the Euphrates. Architectural marvels, tunnels and buildings. The archaeological explorations triggered by the receding waters of the Euphrates have uncovered artifacts and stunning architectural ventures, including an extensive network of tunnels and well-preserved buildings. These discoveries provide valuable insights into the engineering prowess and architectural innovations of ancient civilizations that flourished along this historic river. The tunnels, found beneath the riverbed, are particularly fascinating due to their intricate design and the precision with which they were constructed. These subterranean passages are believed to have served a variety of purposes, from water management and defense mechanisms to facilitating communication and trade between cities. The craftsmanship evident in the tunnels suggests a high level of technical skill and an understanding of engineering principles that were advanced for their time. In addition to the tunnels, the excavations have revealed buildings that showcase the architectural styles and construction techniques of past eras. These structures vary from residential houses to grand public buildings and temples, each providing clues about the daily lives of their inhabitants as well as the socio-political and religious practices of the time. One of the most significant finds includes a multi-story storage structure within an industrial complex, indicating that these ancient societies were more than just advanced in crafting and trade. They have skills in organizational and storage solutions, too. The preservation of these buildings, especially their ability to withstand the challenges of time and environmental factors, speaks volumes about the materials used and the expertise of their builders. Mysterious creatures and new finds. The lowering of the Euphrates River has exposed significant archaeological sites and led to eerie discoveries, including the unearthing of what some might call mysterious creatures. These findings have sparked both fascination and unease among locals and researchers alike. Recently, a cave system revealed during the receding water levels of the Euphrates was temporarily sealed after explorers encountered unusual biological remnants. Inside, they found a creature that seemed to defy simple classification. Its features resembled those of both fish and reptiles, with a massive mouth and a long, snake-like tongue. This bizarre appearance led to speculations about the nature of what might still be lurking undiscovered in the hidden depths of the river's newly exposed caves. The discovery of such an unusual creature has stirred the imagination and provoked a variety of theories. Some locals associate it with ancient legends and myths of the region, which often speak of monstrous beings dwelling in uncharted waters or underground worlds. Meanwhile, scientists and biologists are intrigued by the potential new species, considering whether these could indeed be previously unknown forms of life or perhaps rare mutations resulting from unique environmental conditions. But apart from unearthing mysterious creatures, ancient art and inscriptions tell us a lot about life along the Euphrates. Art and inscriptions of ancient lives. The receding waters of the Euphrates have revealed artifacts, intricate art and inscriptions that offer a window into the lives of ancient civilizations that thrived along its banks. These discoveries have provided historians and archaeologists with invaluable insights into the cultural and intellectual pursuits of these early societies. Inscriptions and artistic depictions found in newly exposed caves and ruins depict scenes of daily life, religious rituals, and mythological narratives. These texts and images are etched into stone walls and crafted on pottery, preserving the languages, scripts, and artistic styles that were prevalent in ancient times. They tell stories of gods and kings, of festivals and battles, of trade and diplomacy, forming a huge web of historical narratives that connect us with our past. Among these finds, scientists have uncovered cuneiform tablets that contain administrative records, legal decrees, and personal correspondence. These tablets illuminate the bureaucratic aspects of ancient governance and reflect the personal concerns and societal norms of the time, too. For example, some inscriptions detail the economic transactions and trade agreements that cultivated the local economy, highlighting the sophisticated commercial networks that existed. Additionally, the artistic representations found provide evidence of the aesthetic values and symbolic meanings important to these cultures. Scenes carved into rock faces or painted on ceramics depict a range of activities from hunting and farming to divine worship and royal ceremonies, offering insights into the daily activities and spiritual beliefs of the population. Art and inscriptions of ancient lives. The receding waters of the Euphrates have revealed artifacts, intricate art and inscriptions that offer a window into the lives of ancient civilizations that thrived along its banks. These discoveries have provided historians and archaeologists with invaluable insights into the cultural and intellectual pursuits of these early societies. Inscriptions and artistic depictions found in newly exposed caves and ruins depict scenes of daily life, religious rituals, and mythological narratives. These texts and images are etched into stone walls and crafted on pottery, preserving the languages, scripts, and artistic styles that were prevalent in ancient times. They tell stories of gods and kings, of festivals and battles, of trade and diplomacy, forming a huge web of historical narratives that connect us with our past. Among these finds, scientists have uncovered cuneiform tablets that contain administrative records, legal decrees, and personal correspondence. These tablets illuminate the bureaucratic aspects of ancient governance and reflect the personal concerns and societal norms of the time, too. For example, some inscriptions detail the economic transactions and trade agreements that cultivated the local economy, highlighting the sophisticated commercial networks that existed. Additionally, the artistic representations found provide evidence of the aesthetic values and symbolic meanings important to these cultures. Scenes carved into rock faces or painted on ceramics depict a range of activities from hunting and farming to divine worship and royal ceremonies, offering insights into the daily activities and spiritual beliefs of the population. These artistic and written records are critical to our understanding of the past, as they provide direct links to the thoughts and expressions of ancient people. By studying these, researchers can piece together the history of human civilization along the Euphrates and the evolution of human expression and intercultural communication over millennia. However, the question arises, how did the Fertile Crescent nurture the birth of civilizations? The Fertile Crescent, often referred to as the cradle of civilization, is a region in the Middle East that includes the Euphrates River and its surroundings. It is historically significant due to its role in the early development of human societies. This area, characterized by its rich soils and abundant water sources, provided ideal conditions for the emergence of agriculture, which, in turn, led to the establishment of some of the world's earliest complex societies. The abundance of resources in the Fertile Crescent allowed early humans to transition from a nomadic lifestyle of hunting and gathering to settled agricultural communities. This shift enabled population growth and the development of surplus food, which are crucial for the establishment of permanent settlements and the division of labor. The early inhabitants of the Fertile Crescent began to domesticate plants and animals, leading to advancements in farming techniques and the development of irrigation systems to manage the waters of the Euphrates and other rivers. These agricultural innovations supported the growth of large, organized communities, eventually leading to the rise of cities and the development of early state structures. The Fertile Crescent is home to some of the first known cities in human history, such as Uruk, Ur, and Nineveh, which became centers of trade, culture, and governance. The region also saw the development of writing systems, including cuneiform, which facilitated the administration of complex societies and the recording of laws, trade transactions, and literary works. In conclusion, the Fertile Crescent's natural advantages provided the foundation for the rise of the first civilizations, with the Euphrates River playing a pivotal role in shaping the social, economic, and cultural landscapes of ancient Mesopotamia. Art and inscriptions of ancient lives. The receding waters of the Euphrates have revealed artifacts, intricate art and inscriptions that offer a window into the lives of ancient civilizations that thrived along its banks. These discoveries have provided historians and archaeologists with invaluable insights into the cultural and intellectual pursuits of these early societies. Inscriptions and artistic depictions found in newly exposed caves and ruins depict scenes of daily life, religious rituals, and mythological narratives. These texts and images are etched into stone walls and crafted on pottery, preserving the languages, scripts, and artistic styles that were prevalent in ancient times. They tell stories of gods and kings, of festivals and battles, of trade and diplomacy, forming a huge web of historical narratives that connect us with our past. Among these finds, scientists have uncovered cuneiform tablets that contain administrative records, legal decrees, and personal correspondence. These tablets illuminate the bureaucratic aspects of ancient governance and reflect the personal concerns and societal norms of the time, too. For example, some inscriptions detail the economic transactions and trade agreements that cultivated the local economy, highlighting the sophisticated commercial networks that existed. Additionally, the artistic representations found provide evidence of the aesthetic values and symbolic meanings important to these cultures. Scenes carved into rock faces or painted on ceramics depict a range of activities from hunting and farming to divine worship and royal ceremonies, offering insights into the daily activities and spiritual beliefs of the population. These artistic and written records are critical to our understanding of the past, as they provide direct links to the thoughts and expressions of ancient people. By studying these, researchers can piece together the history of human civilization along the Euphrates and the evolution of human expression and intercultural communication over millennia. However, the question arises, how did the Fertile Crescent nurture the birth of civilizations? The Fertile Crescent, often referred to as the cradle of civilization, is a region in the Middle East that includes the Euphrates River and its surroundings. It is historically significant due to its role in the early development of human societies. This area, characterized by its rich soils and abundant water sources, provided ideal conditions for the emergence of agriculture, which, in turn, led to the establishment of some of the world's earliest complex societies. The abundance of resources in the Fertile Crescent allowed early humans to transition from a nomadic lifestyle of hunting and gathering to settled agricultural communities. This shift enabled population growth and the development of surplus food, which are crucial for the establishment of permanent settlements and the division of labor. The early inhabitants of the Fertile Crescent began to domesticate plants and animals, leading to advancements in farming techniques and the development of irrigation systems to manage the waters of the Euphrates and other rivers. These agricultural innovations supported the growth of large, organized communities, eventually leading to the rise of cities and the development of early state structures. The Fertile Crescent is home to some of the first known cities in human history, such as Uruk, Ur, and Nineveh, which became centers of trade, culture, and governance. The region also saw the development of writing systems, including cuneiform, which facilitated the administration of complex societies and the recording of laws, trade transactions, and literary works. In conclusion, the Fertile Crescent's natural advantages provided the foundation for the rise of the first civilizations, with the Euphrates River playing a pivotal role in shaping the social, economic, and cultural landscapes of ancient Mesopotamia.